Welcome back, my archivists, to the Super Robot Wars archives. My name's Austin. We're gonna get into some more We're gonna get into some more alpha today. I did not do any vocal warm-ups this time. Oh boy. Okay. We're like diving into the Macross plot now. We got access to some Valkyries. I am still sort of pondering what the J is supposed to be doing. I'm not sure what's happening there. I'm hoping we're gonna get some like more upgrades for it in the future, right? Like a lot of main characters typically get those like extra attacks or like extra weapons, and like maybe only the J gets it. Story's pretty short this time. I'm curious. I'll see if I can suss out what of this is happening because we're route split because we like chose two different paths. This is still gonna be split for a long while. I can't tell which of these, like which of my story bits is applying to both of them or only applying to one of them. But as I correctly assessed before, Minmay, one of the people I pointed out in the previous episode, I was like, oh, we're just like showing her face right now for like the purposes of getting a cameo, so she can show up later. She is going. She's trying to get a prize for something. I'm guessing she's probably like the musician for this season of Macross, which means that she has to leave her shelter, which feels a little bit different than what we were told before. I thought they were like evacuating the island, not getting into the shelters. Getting into shelters makes so much more sense. Like, I am fine that this is this is how it went, but take the Dunbine. Oh, we probably want a healer. Okay, let's drop Shinji. We'll keep Marvell and then give us the what's she called? I don't remember her name right now. You know, the one that we're like centered on the middle of the screen. I'll think of it in a minute. But so remember last episode where we were told that they was a like decoy force. This is now what the force was decoying to. So we have to face them down now. They have just they've got a ton of robots this time. The walkers are described as giants by our fighter jet pilots. I'm curious to see how big they are. I guess we're gonna take a look right now. And they also brought their like mothership battleship looks like with them. Let's see. Those look pretty small. I guess maybe they're comparing them to giants, like in terms of like people. I guess also like the size of the units is not scaled necessarily around like the pixel art, right? Because the Macross is double large, and it takes up not that much more space. Hikaru, in fighting this, also sees Minmay on the ground as she was like running to get her prize, having left the base. So she's getting involved. And Roy, that's our pilot, who I'm going to choose to still not use his name for YouTube reasons. Is largely disinterested whether Hikaru is surviving fine against these, but he is interested in whether the girl is fine. So we have another member of my least favorite archetype, the I only care about the girls guy. Okay. This is such a weird space for me to be in. So like I know what these are. I have toys of these. I have like a little plastic bit of this. There's like a yellow one also, and then one of the Valkyries in Bioroid form. My dad had them. He got them as a kid, and then I have them. Now I have them, and like I know them because of Robotech, which I know is sacrilegious, but it's the only context that I have. I don't know like anything about the show. I just know the designs, and I played the one Robotech game that got. There's an American Robotech game. From what I understand, I mean, obviously it's unfaithful to it because Robotech is just like a bastardization of the whole thing. But it's also just like not a good game anyway. So there's that. I will be right back. I'm going to go get all these scans done. We should probably be doing that again now that we have a lot of like extra SP to spare, just to like make things easier on me when we're figuring out combat. So I will be back in a minute. Now that our scans are done, let's take a look at all of our new enemies. We have the Rigado, or the Regard. Not sure. They have a bee in water. Okay, that makes sense why their movement is so bad. I mean, like, they just have like, they are only good in ground for terrain anyway. They are size small, so they must be talking about them in comparison to people, but also because they're like the like walker kind of feel to them is a bit more humanoid, so maybe like the giant comparison is like more warranted. They are worth a good chunk of money though. They are worth 4,000, so we can probably fortune those up pretty nicely. What else? Right. Okay, so we have 2 post-movement attacks. We have a up to 3 range. Okay, these don't seem that scary. Like, these aren't even that powerful. Yeah. Okay. They always struck me as sort of grunts, but... And then we have these... The ones with missiles on them. Okay, so they have a little bit more HP also. Yeah, they got 300 more HP. And... Are these attacks even different? No, they are. Yeah, this... Yeah, they're okay. There's a slightly different pool of attacks. Okay, but still, like, nothing that stand out. It is... They're probably going to be... They're probably going to be easy fodder. I guess the big difference is they have considerably less armor, right? Because they're supposed to be the like long range versions, so they've made them like defensively weaker. These are maybe our larger concern. This was not one of the toys that I had. Oh no, that's not true. I do also have one of these. Are there 4 of them? Maybe there's 4 of them. Yeah, you know what? There's 3 villain robots and 1 hero robot. Also, when I described them as like made of plastic before, that did not like accurately actually describe what is going on, but in my head, for whatever reason, it did. They look like they're like blown plastic, like imagine blown glass, but that with plastic. It feels like someone had like a mold and just like shot some air into it and just like inflated it. They're like hollow on the inside. They're not squishy. They're not like they're not like a gummy kind of toy, but like if you press on any of the plastic, it does like move in a little bit. Like it flexes in a way that does not look like it's breaking. They're very weird. Hopefully someone knows what I'm talking about. Otherwise, I sound like a lunatic. They're very that era of toy too. Yeah. Okay. The 7 range is probably going to catch us out a couple of times. I suspect that's going to be a bit of a butt for us. Okay. These also did not strike me that they were going to be flying. Like, I feel like these are supposed to be walkers, but that's sure. And we have our battleship, which is also our export point for the mission, theoretically. It says our export point is shoot down the Thurval Salon. Subaru. I could see how yeah, I could see how these letters got to Thuverol, but I could also see this being that's like adjacent. We're gonna have another one show up later. I think this is not going to be the entirety of the squad. It's also with a lot of cash, which battleships always are. And it's also got to be in air. This also feels rare that it only has an A in space. That makes sense to me, but yeah, okay, cool. Also 70 mobility is laughable. But it is pack a punch because it's a battleship. So just like this is the kind of battleship that I remember, right? Where it's really unlikely for it to land, but if it does, good gracious, are you dead? Oh, that's really interesting. It did actually use it used the ammo on this in the enemy phase. I'm going to be a little bit preemptive on these just because we can get them now. And like 4,000 extra, like 4,000 in heavy air quotes, extra cash is very good. That said, he's probably not going to kill with just this, I'm just realizing. So that's cool and fun. He did, because he did in the cutscene. I was like, oh yeah, obviously we can just like easily one-shot this, moving on. But that's just not true. This is Roy. Can Max get over there? Oh yeah, I did look it up last night after recording. Yes, this is in fact the same Max that I was thinking of. Okay, yeah. Yeah, he leveled up so quickly. I kind of love Genius. I kind of love Genius. Okay, this is good. Let's see what these look like in combat. Then hopefully this will do about half, because Hikaru is going to be doing roughly the same. And then I think this side's dealt with already. We can start moving everyone else towards the front. If we can help it, we would like the getter to take. Yeah, okay, we're good. I think we're probably going to have the getter 3 take point. Seeing as like it is actually a water unit, it's one of the few that we have. We do also get to use one of the we get to actually use the properties of the parts of the Combattler and the Voltace a bit. That's nice, because usually one of them is, I'm pretty sure one of them is always like water based for like the variety of it all. Yes. I don't actually know. Did I ever actually put the Bioroid in an attack animation? I don't remember. We saw it already once, but it's fine. For Macross fans, the Valkyrie that I have is like dark blue in color. Like the whole body of it's dark blue, not like the accent color is. Like it's like the majority of its body is dark blue. I'm assuming that's a Valkyrie. I could be wrong. Maybe there's like it's definitely supposed to be like the hero bot. I'm sorry, we got 1,800 from that? How does the money scale in this? I don't understand. Oh, also we have the Grand Garan again. I just like forgot to talk about like our new units. We have the Grand Garan. I just like really wanted to have the plus stats from Y, but it does not. But it does have post movement attacks, so that's, you know, something. Oh, we can finally restore SP. That's so good. And L has Right Fortune. Who's in this then? I thought L was also in this. That's L. This is Edu. This is Edu, and this is Ede. Yeah. Okay. And this is L and Val. And this is Ciela and Elo. Edu, sure. Okay, this is the pink fairy that I was thinking of. I definitely for a little bit thought that woman and this woman were the same people. Because they both have pink hair. I was like, is the fairy piloting this? That's interesting. Okay, sure. The fact that she has D's in stats is interesting. I guess they just like have to for coding reasons. Yeah. There's also an aura barrier. Cool. What's its map attack look like? Yeah, okay, just the usual one. Okay. We have SP to spare. We're definitely gonna be playing this one more aggressive than we did before. Where's your Excel? Oh, actually we can, yeah, good golly, we're gonna be playing this one more aggressive. It's a 10% decrease. So, like, this is still better. Oh, also the yo-yo, our like bread and butter attack is also in the water. So, never you mind me. Okay, so we also aren't gonna bother fortuning these because that was like basically nothing. I'm so curious. Does anyone have the math on it? I want to know. Great. Kind of incredible that we just also didn't like one-shot that. Do we not have an Excel on them yet? No, we do. Okay. Megumi has it. I guess we have also used the Voltace less. It's been around less, so that's probably why. Oh, and there's their top takes 5 energy. Okay. I appreciate that there's like a little bit more of a difference between the two of them. There certainly always is, but it feels like it's a much more meager difference. That's also actually probably not necessary. Like, this is free. Yeah. We've not seen the Voltaic attack very much, so let's pop this on. I suppose while this is loading, I may as well mention, there is technically another expert point situation going on here. It's -2 expert points, but it's also only if we chose to face the rear guard, and then we shoot down the Shenlong Gundam. So we would lose 3 points that way, 1 by not picking to guard them across, and 2 from if we killed Wu Fei. So, like, presumably Wu Fei's here, so, like, we're for sure getting reinforcements somehow. Sure. Ginrei Robo. Wow, that took forever. Oh, okay. This Excel is not breaking anything, so we can use it freely. And the only A in the water that they have is this, which... We can get them to the morale too, but they're not adjacent, so why bother? Okay, we'll figure out who they're attacking in a second once we decide who else is... Like, who else is going to be in range. I am a little worried about leaving them across by itself. Oh, yeah. Not that one. Yeah. I'm a little bit worried about leaving them across by itself, so our first objective is to defend them across again, and our second objective is to shoot everything down. Then our first objective, or I guess not objective, our first defeat condition is to an enemy gets next to them across. If the Macross is destroyed, or if all of our units are shot down. So the difference to me there is it sounds like enemies could end up staying far away if we like hemmed them across in on every side. But the enemies still but the enemies could still attack it if they did, and if they then killed it, that would also be a fail. But if they get into, I'm gonna guess probably one of the, if not the, like, I'll be like for sure the 4 orthogonals, but if not the 4 orthogonals, the 4 diagonals too. If they get next to them, presumably we lose. So I'm a little bit hesitant. I'm a little bit worried about like moving things too far out here. But I'm also down to put Shu out here. Show. I'm gonna put Show out here. That was nothing, but he'll be set up for next turn. And like you saw how good that accuracy was. Yes, y'all can separate. Then it feels nice to get to like actually strat some stuff again. I would be happy if the game, well, I guess we're not gonna actually do anything. That's fine. I would be much happier if the game like signposted a little bit better if like what type of scenario was going to be. Like if we had just like an S next to the title for like story, or like a C next to the title for combat. I think there's like way better ways of breaking it down. It's just a thought that came into my mind like right now, so it's not like fully formed. But I think there's probably something to it. Actually, so speaking of that, yes, you can't get to them. You can't get next to the Macross. That's good. Maybe we don't leave this to them. Also, should be with Marvell. I want to use, we can move Asuka over here. This is on land where she can still like actually do something, so I think that's probably going to be fine. Yeah, the AT field seems just the most bonkers thing on the planet. I was like really charged by the defensive profile of the not the Getter Robo, the Giant Robo. And it feels like it matters so little in comparison then. We've got not 1 but 3 units with AT fields. I wonder if you're just sort of always supposed to pick all of them. Or are we going to find much later that they are like a lot heavier of investment units than they appear? And you know, like having one of them is good, but we might need to do a couple other rolls. I doubt it. Oh, well, that's bummer. I doubt we will need to. This game has never this game has not presented so far that we need a lot of different objectives, but we'll see. Oh, I'm surprised that they're moving. Okay. Yeah, this is what that's a little bit what I was concerned about. I mean, I don't think we have a bad position for it, but if they move to the left, we're going to be hurting. I guess how they have this set up is such that all of the grunts are going to be sort of like falling in place at the same time, right? Like their movement's super delayed because they're in the water. They normally have 5 movement, now they're down to 2. Yeah. That's fine. We keep getting hit. It's got to be a story thing, right? Right. Minmay was unconscious, so Roy is there to make sure she's okay. But we do also have the like diva girl archetype where she's like more concerned with her hair, which is a little unfortunate, but. If I didn't know better, he just like had his like villain reveal. That laugh is not the laugh of a hero. None of this part is translated for me, sorry. Then I'm gonna guess from what I'm seeing about what's gonna happen next turn, though, that they're talking about also like the takeoff preparations. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. I want to make sure I keep the like spot in my mind in position. It is a little butts how much the screen snaps back and forth when trying to move things around to like make sure you're like keeping track of which like tile you want to be using. Okay. All of these are B, so I guess we just use the biggest one. Do you have a bullseye? We have a fortune. Okay. And this is our best accuracy too. Well, maybe this just kills him. We'll see. I mean, we may as well flip the coin. They might end up being a little useless for the rest of the map. Well, if we can move them next turn a little bit more towards the like forward, like east. I don't know like how to point it to the direction where all of the other enemies are. That was also a great hit. That was so good. It was just like cool seeing another of the battleships from Dunbine. I really like their designs a lot. They clash really heavily with the very organic looking like insect mechs, and I think that's a good thing. Okay, I think we can probably handle everything with just these if we play our cards right. Well, not like that, certainly. You are going to attack here. Then... Nice. You attack here, and that should be lethal. Cool. And I don't think you have anything meaningful you can do from... This would still be valid. And this would still be valid. Oh, we can heal. Never mind. Perfect. All 10, but I mean, it's something. I have a physical copy of Alpha, and I was looking through the manual, and I am so fascinated by like what I think I've said this before. I'm like so fascinated by like what details they have chosen to include, and one of the details that they include is this like small set of charts. I guess these guys don't have an in the water. No, also I was looking at space. Hold on, never mind. We're looking at the wrong spot. We'll check again. They have like a graph of the like separate. Yeah, this one is A in the water. There's always one. They have a graph of the separation options for all of the units. But it shows you where they can go, and if you were to separate them, what would happen with them. But they also show you how they get put back together. And like their formations are just not correct. Like the instruction book does not show you being able to like move this far out with them. That they want them like in a cluster around each other, which I find very strange. That they like I would expect that kind of behavior out of like Prima's strategy guide, but not out of like literally the manual for the game. This is gonna do nothing because this has a null in the water, so okay. Okay, that hurt a little more than I wanted it to. But like that just feels so cool. So we could have both of these take these out. As long as we can get we can get the Getter 3 over. I know we could separate out into the Getter jets, but I don't think it's worthwhile with how bad they're going to be in the water, so like let's not bother. I will use a bullseye. We just need to get this started. I also don't think this is going to kill. It does have an A in the water, but I think we are going to need some chip, so I think we're going to send Marvell first because she's going to be safe. Like, I can't imagine they're ever going to hit this woman. Okay, they have a 4% chance. They maybe could. And given my track record, but yeah, there's no way we're going to ever get hit by them. I'm so pleased with how good the Dunbine is. Like, oh man, there's so many units that feel good in this. I think it's just because the game does not have a high like difficulty ceiling. But it also just like feels bad using all of them because they like sort of feel done. So like I feel like I want to use my resources better to work on like robots that aren't done yet. But I guess we could still separate out. Hold on, we can still separate the Donkugar. We've not done that yet. These are still free. Let's do this one. That's fine. Yeah, I figured I was going to do a little bit more than they had left. But, like, that's silly. I know it has a B in the water, but, like, part of it is because this just has, the defensive profile. Or this has armor, like fully finished unit. And part of it is because, like, this is not that good. This has a C in the water. But still, that was so little damage for a piece. I guess part of that is because we did play part of the game where this was the full unit, so I guess they, like, had to be a little bit good. But still. Let me be enamored. Yeah, this, I think, is cleaner, because then we can... like rush a lot of we could rush towards this group a lot more easily now. No, this is the last pilot on the Voltes has it. Not the second pilot has it in the Combattler. But like we can go here and we can still yo-yo. We're not gonna waste. Yeah, I was gonna. We're not gonna waste the accuracy on it because we have so many other pods that can follow up, but also aren't doing anything anyway right now. The Voltes could still maybe tag one of these ones that's closer. Oh yeah, no, he super can. They super can. Okay. That's fine. This is an A in the water. Yeah, this is good. I think Asuka can probably finish that one up. Then let's have the Grand Garand do this. We never got to like really use this much. Looking at my end saved file, the Grand Garand has what, like Ciela is like level 23, 25, when our other like units we're using equally as much as like deploying her every stage are like in their mid 60s to mid 70s. I guess, yeah, like mid-60s is probably accurate, right? We were just barely scraping not getting 65 for the last spirits on a lot of people. So there's like definitely some amount of favoritism in my mind where we're like, we need to get the Grand Garanta kill if we can, but that's just, like that's not this game. Cool. I am seeing from the oh darn it, I didn't think about that. That was an 89. We did break 2 sets of 40s. We just like need to get a level on them then for Shinobu to get another point of SP. Oh, you know what? Also, I'm being a big ol' doofus. How about you use yours and you can use yours. Okay, now they have Aggressive Beast on. I did forget to turn that on before. I apologize. Right, didn't we say these had better armor? Yeah, by a long shot. Okay. None of their I guess the one downside of this group is that none of their spirits are cheap. We could bullseye here, but that breaks. That's not worth it. Okay. I guess we'll throw a 92. I'm also like acting like I'm also being worried for no reason. Gracious. But I was acting worried, thinking that we were going to have to like that we were spending something, right? But like that's just like not true. The spirits we just used are permanent, so like that's not even a thing. Darn, had we moved one over, I was not expecting these to move yet. I was like expecting to plan to like deal with these in range this turn. Like move such that we would deal with them this turn. I did not expect them to move last turn. Okay, they have a 1/3 post movement, so this can go to this crater. 1, 2, 3. Is this water? That is. Oh no, that's cliffside. Okay, can we get on that? We can get on that. Perfect. Okay, I think that's going to be good for her. If assuming they're going to attack, I don't know why they wouldn't. We can probably, if we can't clean them all up. I don't think the Ava units have like the most power in the world. Yeah, these aren't getting far. Yeah, no, we're fine. If they're going to see an attack, they're going to see one attack. I'm really worried though. I kind of don't want to leave. I kind of want to leave like something a little bit back here just to be safe. There should be 2 units we've not moved. Oh, we never moved that unbind. Okay, I'm glad we caught that. That would have been, or sorry, the bill bind. That would have been a big old waste. All right, we want to be adjacent. There's also I don't know why I'm like trying to leave that space available. Like we're not going to use it ourselves. We're 1 morale away. 1 more kill and we would be in business. This is slightly better, ever so slightly better, because it has an A in the water. Yeah, right. 10% difference there is like 60. Is like 70 to 80 points difference, right? Oh, I forgot to turn her bullseye on though. Does she have a bullseye? I forgot to think about whether or not our accuracy was going to be like good. Oh right, isn't this the time? What? I forgot to check what this did. I still need to figure out what this does. You know what? Let me find out right now and I'll be right back. Okay, so as far as the manual says, this is a defensive attack, which means I don't know if that lets us like fully use defend, but we're gonna try it. It is theoretically worth our while. And the difference is the enemies get 100% accuracy. But I need to start using this more because if we're going from 91 to 100, like that makes so little difference to me. where I'd much rather do this and save myself some damage. Like, obviously, we're not going to do it if we're, like, at a really small percentage, but... This almost sounds like Gundam music. But especially for... especially for the Ava units, where defending is theoretically going to, like, get their AT field to kick in sooner. That seems rather strong. I know I had hypothesized about a different use for it before, but well, we take this. Yeah, like clearly it's gonna be that. Okay, cool. I had wondered whether it'd let us counterattack them. That like we could force us to go first despite being the defense, but if we didn't kill them, they had a guaranteed hit on us. Like. Obviously, that would be insanely busted. Like, that would be way too good. So I'm not surprised it's not that. But the arrow underneath our icon, the like defend with an arrow I wasn't sure what that meant. That's our second 50 we missed. Show me some more. Those. Why did two of them attack and why did two of them not? I don't get it. like that. Like why did that happen? Sure. Where like there's no reason to use it there because we were already in the water and the getter's already really tough, so. That's an interesting noise. I know what's happening, but are we gonna be allowed to see it? I think they're.
言うことなし。いつでも発信できますわ。
全艦浮上開始。
メイン反応炉出力。重力制御システムに誘導開始。浮上10秒前。9、8、7、6、5、4、3、2、1、0。
発進。
Okay. I wasn't sure if we sort of like missed part of that because the camera just had not panned over because we weren't close enough. But yeah, so the Macross is now taking flight. This does also answer my previous question where I was like, can they just like, are they just waiting on ceremony? But no, literally they're having trouble like starting the thing. Which to that point, the cross is only like actually at like 60% power right now. So they're having trouble like that. The gravity, the like gravity repulsion is not like fully working yet. It sounds like they're a combination of the recent attacks, both just like doing damage to them and their equipment maybe, but also them having to sort of like rush to get it done because enemies are in place. Which is definitely a problem. We need to like address that pretty quickly. So,
ひどい勘だな。
拾ったものを使うからです。
いや、まったくだよ。
I don't understand how they're choosing to voice act which parts. It's the gravity control system. I just heard one of them say the float. I heard one of them say the word float in there. I wasn't sure if that was like using the name that I was forgetting. But Global is coming up with a plan about what they can do. Oh yeah, we just got the 60% message. But like the real kicker here is we cannot leave the atmosphere, which is kind of the intended purpose. So that's not ideal. But Global has an idea, and we will see that in a later turn. Perfect. Okay. Can we could go here and then here. These post movements are bad though, right? Yeah, they're only one step. Yeah, we could go 1, 2, 3. That doesn't really do anything else for us. Yeah, okay, we will just recombine. That's fine. And we can let the Voltace deal with the rest of these ones. Then we have this group of, oh yeah, we should also try to use their names better. The Guraji and the Digado. They are basically sorted. Then we can head over to the Sedan. The salon. We're going to the salon. Isn't that great, team? Okay, how do I do this? Let's just... Oh, that's probably gonna kill us. That's probably... I mean, not kill us. It's at least gonna hit us. What colors are you? Right, your green is Max blue. Yeah. Okay, so Max can attack here. Are any of these hit? No, we... Right. We landed none of them. Okay, Max can attack here. If this ain't bad, then that's an enemy. No, you know what? Hold on. Let's do the Voltace first. Because if the Voltace pieces can kill these, that is going to sort of help, that is going to sort of help influence what we can do. Oh, you know what? Hold on. We're going to separate you back out. One of you has healing, right? Yes, you do. I was going to say, it would be great if we had a healing target to use this before. I never did, but we do, in fact. Incredible. And then we're also going to separate now. Ooh, that's worse. Okay, hold on. Come back together. I was hoping we were going to, like, shoot ourselves out a little bit more to the left instead. Oh, that's interesting, because we already, like, established that position. It's, like, forcing us back into it. Okay. Well, I don't think we can get all of them now because of that. That's okay. I guess we couldn't get all of them anyway, because these are just, like, not as good in the water as I want them to be. That's fine. Like, that's still very good. Then we can have the Donkugar. We can have the Donkugar deal with the other ones. We can have the Getter come up here. This doesn't work in the air anyway, but, like, we could do this. We'll use a Bullseye. We'll use a Bullseye for sure. But then, like, the rest of this group can already start pushing over to the battleship. Is, I think, maybe a play. I kind of did not want the big moth this way, but that's fine. Which one? I can never remember with these. I think the animal form is better. I don't know if it actually changes literally anything for this, though. Yeah, I don't remember. This is 1100 or 110, 1200. 110, 1200. Yeah, so this is 5 mobility more. So okay, that's not changing our defense at all. That's a B in the water. B in the water. B in the water. Okay, so NASCAR is 110 and 1200. And humanoid is 110, 1200. So those are the same. Right? Yeah. Okay, so animal form is 5 extra mobility and an extra attack. Okay. I mean, like, theoretically, just maybe on only this unit, but fine. I just don't feel like wasting, like, I feel like spending spirits here matters much less. I feel less apt to want to spend spirits when these aren't the full units yet, so fine. You'll ping off. Okay, so someone does still need to kill this at some point. I guess the Dunbind's not, or I still keep calling it Dunbind. The Billbind's not doing anything. I think we'd rather just speed him over. Right, because this is then 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. How much move do you have in this form? 6. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'd be Jason, right? 1. If we were here this turn, if we ended this turn, and then next turn we'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We would be adjacent. You have. Okay, the 1 to 8 range is like it's gonna happen either way. Okay, what is their accuracy looking like? It is 298 plus 30 is 328. Then we have so much more than that. I think we are good to, what's 185, 195. I think we just stay in this form. And then, I think it'll be enough to dodge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then Marvel, the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. Oh, she even has 7 move. We have Biosensor and Apogee Motor. Apogee Motor gives an extra move in this, I'm pretty sure. Oh, because we just didn't put it on the Billbind. I was like wondering why the Dunbind had just like an extra movement on top of the theoretically better unit. I don't remember it being like that in this game, where one of them is just where the earlier one is just better. But that's because of the parts I put on it. I might still like the Dunbind is still convincing. It's still very convincing because of the extra part slot. Like that's certainly not nothing. This is too far away, but this isn't. Yeah. Great. Yeah, and then we can just let him get cleaned up by something else. That's fine with me. Okay, who has the Excel? You know what? Maybe we're just it's gonna be okay that this got broken because we're gonna keep using the Excel. Because we can actually like land and attack this turn. Yeah, I think I'm down with that. We're gonna Valor it too. We have so many. We may as well. Right, like there's no point in using that Excel if we can't get close to them. I realized after I cast it, I was like, that was poor planning on my part. But turns out it worked out. Rather be lucky than good. I'd rather be either. Why? Also, can someone tell me why they all have those weird voices? That's not like my PC PlayStation. Whoa. Okay. That's not like my PC PlayStation like buggering out there, is it? We never take damage on these guys. I was not expecting that. Okay, sure. Why and how? I guess it's 2800 power. 114. Okay, I guess maybe the pilots before. Maybe the previous enemy pilots just did not have the same level of like damage, right? Like their damage stat was maybe not nearly so juiced, which would also explain a little bit the degree to which the Valkyries were taking damage last stage 2. Not the frequency, mind you, that was still anomalous, but the degree. Or I just posted Wednesday's video, so maybe y'all have some answers for me in the comments by that point. I have not gotten to read them yet. I want to film this, edit, and then just go to bed so I can maybe get some actual sleep tonight. Rough. Okay, that's not doing anything. I guess we could do, we'll try this. Yeah. And then we'll just switch to Getter 1. That's fine. Great. Then that's probably better anyway than just like staying in the water. I don't know why I was thinking that. Right, this is... Okay, we will bullseye that. We have a bullseye on Ryoma. And we have one on Benkei. I guess let's use Benkei's. How advanced are you? This is 1.2. Hold on, we're gonna try and estimate again. This is 184. Good lord. Okay, I see now why they do so much damage. So this is 1.8. And then a 1.84 and a 1.23 times 3,000 is what our damage like value is going to be in general. So that was 3,000 times 1.84 times 1.23 is 6,789 points of damage approximate. And your defense is 1,400. Right, and this is just times morale. This is times 1.14 because for some reason believing better makes the armor harder. 6789 6789 is 5193 based on that very soft approximation. I think there are still other factors involved. I don't think I ever got it like perfectly right. They are a small unit, so they take more damage. Is that true? Is that a thing? We're just like really, really close. And I you know what? I'm worried about this for no reason. We have all of these Valkyries over here. If we don't clean this up, one of the Valkyries can take it. Like we can just like give it to Max or something. Yeah. Let's get a look at these. Let's get a look at these guys again. And any excuse to show off the Getter some more. I don't look at it enough. I started this channel like being so hype about it in R, and like I love the Getter so much. And then just like, as is my nature, whenever I like something, I don't use it, which is like very weird of me, I know. Yeah, okay. Yo, never mind. I had Exacxes on damage. We did that math calculation perfectly. So something else was affecting them in previous times, clearly. Cool. Okay. That's actually genuinely so helpful when I've been trying to calculate damage. Oh no, never mind. That's not true. I had figured damage out fine. It was the accuracy that I had not figured out. That like there's something weird with the accuracy going on here. That's what it was. Oh, you don't have an accuracy spell. Okay, so never mind. That would have been that. We did the best we could. Like, that is probably good. That's... No. We'll let Max do the chip, and we can give it to Hikaru. He's a bit behind. Yeah, this is fine. They don't land every hit. Okay, it's not a scenario condition. I wasn't sure there for a little bit if it was just like genuinely it was something to do with the scenario we were playing where it was like, no, they like have us like they have the computer honed in so they're always going to land a hit or something. Also, does this hover? No, it's going in. Okay. I guess it does have a bee in the water, so it's like not any better than being on land. I'm like worrying for no reason. How much? That's worth a lot. It's worth more money. Let's try it. This is better also because I think we're going to be one square closer this way. Not that one. This one. Yeah. Oh. Well. Okay. I guess he's not mandatory. That's fine. Okay. That's real unfortunate. Sure. You can go. Here's fine to absorb some of the incoming attacks. It's got the battleships in range to try to like one-shot these next turn. We may as well send on a couple of really silly attacks. I think maybe what I need to accept is the Valkyries are not worth using until we put some points into them. So there's our bullseye. I knew it. I called that so hard. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I think maybe the answer is just we're going to need to invest into them first. Yeah, so I will probably start pulling into. Actually, no, we may as well pull into Max because I've been obsessed with using him also. So, don't show up behind me. That's pretty bad. That's like pretty rough. Yeah. We are going to defensive counter. Oh yeah, we took a lot less damage. Cool. We also probably need to show that off at least a time or two more. This is fine. Oh, and they move immediately. Okay, that's pretty bad. This has already demonstrated that it's going to kill us. I wish I would have kept the animation on to see how much damage it was. If anyone knows, I do want to know the answer to this. When do they change damage on the map to tell you what the actual damage is, rather than just showing you that you died? I think we're gonna do this. Okay. Oh, I'm a doofus. We just established that we can defensive counterattack. That's fine. Yeah, if we're getting reinforcements, that would be the time to get them, please. If you could get a little closer, that would be cool. Okay, what's up with them? Okay, Hero and Duo show up. Right, Hero is also here to figure out what's happening on the ASS-1. Because, as we said last time, now literally everybody on the planet seems to know what's happening here. So, they're just, okay. They want to try and sneak in and figure out what's going on in here, which, that tracks to me. Because we also don't have any of the decombiners over here is really bad, too. We can hustle the Combattler can be here. The Voltase can be 1, 2, 3, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it a 4 range post movement? No, it is a 3 ranged post movement. Do we have a snipe? We do have a snipe. That's available to us. Okay. Those are also fighter jets that are pretty piddly, and none of these matter this turn. It's just these that do. We also might have to body block for them. Oh, this one doesn't even matter too. Okay. We are in a lot less trouble than I thought we were. We're still in trouble, but a lot less trouble. Okay. We're going to make liberal use of that bullseye now. We can't afford to take chances. This is going to be our attack. Yeah, get out of here. Heck right off. Then this is our only legal attack with the Reinforced Junior. Bright, do you have... Bright does also have a bullseye. This is fine by me. Yeah. I think we're going to do the same with the Godown. Yeah, if we could just have all of these battleships clean this. Oh, no, hold on. I think that's going to be better if we have a bull. Do we have a bullseye between the two of them? I don't remember. No, we do not. Right. Oh, yeah, you're right, because we were they were the ones that just, like, had to like, wing the pot shot before. A 21 is not that much different than an 18, so I think we just send this. Yeah, because if that lands, that's so much better. Incredible. Does he have a different face? No, okay. I thought he was wincing in that picture. I just like can't see faces right, it seems. At least the other times I was justified. Okay. Max, you're gonna come in. Great. Okay. I guess we go like this. This is the one that is of more concern. Yeah. That was still very risky. I know. Okay. Do we have a bullseye somewhere between us? Yes. Ciela does have a bullseye. Ciela. Oh, the getter can also get in here. Okay, so so the getter kills... Ooh. I forgot how energy strapped they were. Right. So the getter probably doesn't kill here. I think the getter's still going... Yeah, the getter attacks there first. That's like kind of its only legal move. Like we could hit one of these, but I think these are going to be much less of a problem to deal with. So I think we are going to do that. Hold on, how much was it? We also have a focus on Hayato. That might be better. I think it was 54 though. Right, 52. I was close. Yeah, okay, so we will bullseye that. The focus is not worth it. Here and this is 1.32 times 1.85. Yeah. 1.3, nope, clear my calculator. 1.32 times 1.85 times 1900 is 4,639 points of approximate damage. And you don't have any guts, or you don't have any persist. This is 1,400 times 1.2 is 1,680 minus 4639 minus 4639, right? Not 43. Yeah, great. That is 2959. So that's just barely not doing enough. Maybe that is to our benefit then, because we can just give it to one of the fighters. Do we want that to be true, though? Oh, this one's also not in range anymore because of where we are. So, actually, yes. If we can use Hayao to kill whichever one... Oh, no. Yeah, Hayao kills here. Then we have Roy to attack this one. And they also have a bullseye. I think we're good. That just like seems like so little damage to spend a Valor on. But we could spend a a spirit. That may have been enough, but I think I like this plan better. Not you. You. Ooh, that's also... He does not have accuracy. I see. Okay. This is 75. We could calc it, but I think it's just faster to just check like this. That's 50. Right, they cycle. That's 60. Why is that so much? Why is that one worse, though? I don't understand why that one's worse. This is what I'm talking about with the accuracy formula. Like, we have an A on the ground right now, so we're not getting, like, down. We're not getting, like, decreased stats because of that. There was something that not Akarasu. No, it was Akarasu. It was Akarasu. Said about different heights mattering, and I wonder if that's what's happening there. That also cleans that up or clears that up really easily. That I wonder if because if it's just like higher than me, like that's also what's causing this problem. We die if we miss. We die if we miss and they hit. So how about we don't do that then? How about this instead? Yeah, you naturally have higher stats added, and you also have a focus. That seems fine to me. Okay. We're out of the deep end right now. This also maybe was just like all stress for no reason, because we could theoretically kill the battleship this turn. I wonder how that's going to work. Like, there's still more map left to do. We're gonna also move. Yeah. We're gonna put you here. How many of these map attacks we got? We have one of these map attacks. Okay. Yeah, that walls that saves us a lot of space, I think. But yeah, like if we destroy this battleship, like do they all retreat, or we're probably gonna keep going, just like knowing how the game works. But that's definitely our attack this turn. We need a Valor. Also, that probably should not have been from Shinobu. He probably should have been the one healing, but that's fine. Okay, we'll just flash. I guess we're gonna try and kill, so maybe we will save them for last so they can fortune. Not that anyone else couldn't, but yeah. All right, let's see what this battleship looks like. Also, I will remind everyone that is with no spirits cast. Yeah, the Dunbine seems very good. Maybe I'm like trying too hard with the Valkyries. Maybe they are just a worse version of the Dunbine. We have invested into it, so it's like hard to say. It feels like right now the transformations are more of a novelty than something I like actively want to use. They like ripped they ripped 1/3 of each of the profile of a unit that I want and split them between all of them. I don't dislike the idea of needing to change units to fit the circumstance, but I think the Getter does that better than these do. There's like, it's too often that I need to be moving, I think. And I'm just unable to do that from how this is, from how the Valkyries are. This can go 1, 2, if I can stand there. Can you get behind it? 1, 2, 3. Yes, you can stand behind it. Okay, great. So we can get more Vel here. I wonder if the surround bonus exists in this game. I never bother to check that because it just like doesn't show up anywhere. I don't suspect you're going to be getting much more combat after this, after we take on this battleship, so we may as well use that in there. Assuming that she doesn't just like execute it on the spot. I think the Combattler and the Voltace are just wasted here. I think between this and Shinobu, like the Don Cougar having an extra 1.2, like just having a free attacker on top of it. I think it would be risky. I think that means they have more than 10,000 HP.
遅い
I think. Yeah. Right, that usually means they have 5 digits, like more than 5 digits HP still, because they like can't show it cleanly. Or not more than 5 digits. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. I think we will still spend one more of our units this way, and we can send the combattler back down to the bottom. Let's get the Voltes involved. You need some extra spirit. That said, I am also worried that this is going to kill, so we're not doing anything else with these. So like I guess we're gonna spend them like insurance. Right? Because if it does kill and we don't use that, it's bad. But I'd rather have tried to use it and not get the effect and waste it, you know? Or I'd rather waste it like this than waste the free resources. Seeing as our jets need like so much help. I do think with a few points, like if I knew the accuracy formula better, I don't think they're that far off from hitting like 100-0. The perfect threshold on them seems pretty closely achievable between like upgrades and their parts. Yeah, okay. Maybe it was like just barely over the line. That's incredible. Okay, no. So no, for sure then Shinobu would have gotten it. We left it with so little HP. It's so funny. Okay, and let's wrap things up. Hey, Fortune. Do they also have a game? Oh, they did. That's a shame. This is super not necessary now, so let's not do that. Right? Like, that's so much extra energy wasted. Even this probably would do it. Oh, we also have a Valor run. That for sure will do it. Let's do the one that barely cost us anything. This should be fine. I know we could have used even a weaker attack, but I don't know. I'm just worried sometimes with how a lot of these big HP bosses could like, especially because of how multiplicative the damage in this game is. Stuff can scale really high. I mean, I figured it would be fine seeing as we had a Valoron, but like, I don't think optimizing that matters when we aren't going to use all the ammo from either of those weapons anyway. Okay, cool. That literally did nothing to the enemies. That's disappointing. It would be, I'm spoiled by Overworld right now, making it matter when you kill the battleship that they came in. Where here it just is like, it's what they left already, moving on. Is this an everybody? Oh, okay. I guess it is, seeing as we activated it immediately. I thought it was going to give us a targeting window. Guess we learned that now. So I guess that's similar to how Love is. I wonder if Love is going to work. Yeah, I wonder how Love's going to work in this game. Because of how that spirit gets cast. I don't remember Trust. I don't remember Trust working like that in the past. I actually don't remember if Trust was in like F, the like complete box using F. But in this gen, love is not like the super spirit that casts like 12 spirits on you. It's the heal everybody on the map to full spirit. Is that the only spirit that really dramatically changed what it's affected? Like, we've had some like name changes, but they've all been synonyms with each other, or we've had some like nuanced tweaks. But I think, is love the only spirit that's just been like straight up fully properly a different spirit between its two uses? Yeah, so the mass driver, that's not a mass driver, is being fired again. Everyone's all worried about it because like people, like, it looks like people actually are still on the island. They were just hiding in bunkers, and like they're not going to last that long. But Global, like I said last time, Global has a plan, and his plan is to use the fold system. I'm assuming that's. Sorry for interrupting you, ma'am. I'm assuming because of how it's named, that's going to involve the Macross transforming, but we'll see. I don't know. Yeah, he plans to fold next to the enemy and attack as soon as he defolds. I feel like that's transformed into the big one, but I believe it's going to be next map. One of the operators did say in 5 turns, like mentioned 5 turns, or sorry, 5 minutes. And I have seen the expert points for next map, and it says choose the option transform after 5 minutes, and also we need to shoot down a target before the Macross transforms. So I don't think we're actually going to like find the answer to the question that I'm asking this map. We are also getting a little up there in time. So I have to imagine we're getting pretty close to the end. These maps have gone long, but they've never been that long. Oh. Okay. We hit them once. No. Oh. That's a sarcastic amount of enemies. Oh my word. There's gonna be a cutscene amount of enemies, right? No. Okay. The fact that they won't attack us back makes this so much slower. Okay. Well, sit tight, everyone, for a long one. I guess. I'm fatigued. I'm gonna need to take a break like we do during stream. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Maybe everyone over here is still going to get something to do. I feel like them getting sent this way was... I think I sent too many pilots this way. This is going to be pretty bad. Obviously, we can't use them. Why do that to me? Yo, you know what? Bright might have something for us. If we can, if the enemies can, like, fall in roughly the same formation, that would be heckin' swell. We have an Excel and we have a Bullseye. Perfect. It's just a shame that he does not have a Valor. This is in the middle, so we're gonna go right here. Perfect. Perfect. That will at least help thin things out next turn. If Bright got a Valor, I might call the battleship just like an actual proper like carry unit. I guess, yeah, like the Universal Century battleship might well be a proper carry. What else can we do? Oh, you're not dead yet. Right. We do need to do that. that is a play. I guess we'll side that. We're not going to Valor it, though. We have enough other pilots around that we can clean this up still with somebody else. Fine. That, yeah, doesn't matter. Well, I think one of you got hit. No, we're fine. Okay, never mind. You're hurt. You're not. Okay, so if we can have two of three can tag these, third can do something else. The fact that Hayao does not have accuracy is kind of rough. That said, he does have a game, so I like the possibilities are there for him. But not today. Okay. Max, my boy. I need you to be Grand Glorious. And you are. Okay, not that much XP, though. That's fine. Who needs healing? It might just be them across. It's not that hurt. So let's try. We're gonna try with Roy first on this Regado. Okay, never mind. We're gonna hit that because we have Roy is like an actual unit. And oh, we should. I did not realize she had to be in the air. My bad. She does kind of fit in the archetype of visually, stylistically speaking. She is not dissimilar to Domon and Friends. But I figure we may as well send with the Valkyrie first, because if in the event that it did take damage, we did have Ginray to heal it. Okay. Well, I know I said for a number of these pilots, they're probably not going to do anything anymore, so we can spend their SP. Whoops, guess I was wrong. Guess I was wrong. Isn't it on our second pilot? Who has it? Oh, no, I went right past it. Okay, that should be everybody. Yes. It doesn't count that the Macross has a turn up, but when I cycle through all of the active party members, it does still show them across, which is silly. Also, thank goodness that you were attacking. Could please more of these attack after moving? Yes. I guess we should have put a bullseye on this turn. Actually, yeah, I don't know why I didn't. That was like kind of stupid of me. I guess just because I was expecting them not to attack because they haven't been every other time. Yep. Yep. Oh, so yeah, all of those are from the same squad first. I'm glad that this game has like a normal system of moving. Some of these games have such weird ways that they will like move units forward. The complete box, I'm going to guess F also. F and F final. Move the unit that's closest to where you are first. It's like very hard to like keep consistent predictions then because of that. Because like if there's like 3 or 4 units who are all around the same space, like how do you start? Who starts first? This is interesting. So we have Troa here with us and Katra, but oh, I mistook this for the Wing Gundam. Never mind. I mistook it for the Wing Gundam because it was like mostly covered up. I was like, Hero's back, but that is not what the text says. Hero and Duo were not going to stay. And like, we got Hero back. Are we not going to get Duo back also? But no, this is Wu Fei. I believe we are allowed to kill Wu Fei. If he... Oh, never mind. He only stays if we did not pick to defend. Cool, okay. So, these 2 boys have also been sent to scout the ASS-1, but they also recognize that this is a little bit more of a concern right now. And Troa makes the astute comment that he is unable to he's unable to complete his mission if it gets destroyed, so he may as well protect it. Just like, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. Let's see how good of a job the heavy arms do. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 targets. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 targets. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this is our best option then. I'm gonna do this first and hope, in the hopes that Bright will get actually kills off of it. Though these are weak enough that this might just be lethal. Yeah, okay, never mind. I guess this group is not as big of a deal when we've also been handed another like map attack unit. And if my gambit with Bright pays off, like that's also a lot. He doesn't have anything else, right? No, it's just healing. Okay, sure. Hasha! Cool. Oh, that's not nearly enough. Okay, that's a shame. I mean, that's still very good, though. Do we take these out? We do. Okay, good. Good, good. Yeah, that makes us a little bit faster. Okay, this is not going to be nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. If we get another wave like this, I'm going to be hurt. Oh, are we getting another wave like this? How many enemies are there? How many enemies are there?
了解。デルタ湾より各機へ敵の攻撃が集中している。至急防衛に回れ。
Okay. Okay. Well, I guess, Catchright, you've got a job to do. You are basically the same as you were before, just with, like, not an extra 0 at the end of your HP bar, but the shield and sword cut are still, like, really high. It seems like they're really high for this point. He also got a fortune. Cool. You don't have a resupply in this? No. I feel like the Catcher always sort of gets, like, a slightly different role every time. He's, like, never the same unit. And I don't think that's a bad thing. If we just, like, physically stand in the way, that's probably good. Do that. Yeah, definitely focus. You know, maybe we only get so close so that we also have the potential of, like, actually hitting them after they've moved too. Yeah, I like that better. I think we're also, like, this group can then file in and we can just drop this other map attack on them next turn. It seems fine. Or we'll just kill them before that. That works too. Yeah, that seems like a good plan. I guess we could have bullseyed that, but it's okay. Speaking of bullseyes, let's spend Asuka's. These ones seem a little bit more aggressive, so I suspect we could probably get a few free attacks over there. Especially, like, we're in the range of the snipers, but so far that's not seemed to matter that they're all kind of full sending anyway, so we sort of get to ignore the best part of them. And we're allowed to move up a little bit more freely then because of it. I guess let's just do all this now, because these are not going to moves that we're going to be thinking about in context of anything else. You need to... You don't transform. Nope. Stop. Game, I know it's important. Don't worry. It's safe. I'm watching. I'm checking. I'm just checking. Okay. Depending on how this splits, we might be able to get this for free. Nice. Yeah. Historically, it has gone in the back. Darn. Okay. Well, never mind. Okay, so we could go one. We could move another unit here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Someone could come in contact with this. You have 1,500 power. 1,500 power and 149. This is 1,500 power and 154. So you're a candidate right now. And 1,600 power and 113. Oh, right. Why is this melee? They ruined this man so badly. They've broken so many rules with how the Mazingers with the way the Mazinger stuff works. Like, why are they not doing that here? Also, never mind, we are wrong. He can't actually reach movement-wise, so we are going to do it with the... Nope. Well, can we still do it? Yeah, we're fine. We're still fine. We're going to do it with the Batteru Marine. Marine? Is it the Battle Marine, but you don't have an A in the water? Yeah, I guess not. Okay. Weird. Hopefully this is not just going to, like, destroy the Combattler because it kills us back. No, okay, perfect. I was like, their stats are far enough along with their, like, extra mobility, extra morale, that I figure she was probably going to be pretty close to lethal. Okay, you're here. I think probably actually just keeping these guys roughly where they are is going to be fine. We kind of don't... Actually, we're going to move back. Never mind. I even take that back. Right, the map attack. I just don't want them to have to run interference when they've already demonstrated to us that their ability to dodge is not quite on the up and up right now. That's fine. Nothing else is coming. Well, I mean, maybe not nothing else. Who is hurt the most? The Don Cougar. Can you... Oh, you can get him. Okay, great. Yeah, I guess this whole squad here is probably pretty injured because of the boss fight. So moving the Genrei over is not the worst thing. Okay, I think we can this is maybe 1 or 2 more turns depending on how this part goes. Yeah, this is fine. We probably still need the map attack because if they move and follow up, we still have the bullseye for when we queued it. Yeah, this might be clean. Is the secret just that they're willing to attack the battleship? Is that it? We'll see with Asuka. We'll see if he's just have more aggressive AI or not. I would not be surprised if they changed. What is that? Is that disruption? I think that was a kanji for disruption. I would not be surprised if they're also just willing to target the battleships because of the nature of how battleships work. That's the Don Cougar. Okay, sure. I guess that is true. It is close enough. I had not considered it. Man, if the math on my accuracy is something else. Interesting. That's kind of not what we wanted. Interesting that these aren't moving. I wonder if we get a turn to deal with these. Right? That they'll start moving next turn just so we're not super duper turbo overwhelmed. Do we just do this? No, I think instead we're just gonna block it, actually. That's fine. No? Okay. Weird. Let's also see what this looks like. We've not got to see the Sandrock yet. I think we did kill the Sandrock and the Heavy Arms before they were just allowed to actually take a turn, so we didn't get to really see them on the map. That's never how I thought those lasers were going to work. I did not expect it to bend over like that. Is that for real? Is that really how that does that? Nice. Okay. I guess we could probably neither shield. We could have shield defended that. We just couldn't have sword cut that. Okay, let's see how much damage we take here. I want to see that animation again also, if we have to block next time. Hopefully that did not do 1500. There's our shield defense. Sick. Yeah, nice, nice, nice. Never in my wildest dreams was I imagining that's how that was going to work. I kind of figured those cannons on the bottom were like more for personnel, and that like maybe you would fire them in a circumstance, but I figured like the cannons on the top would be more apt to like rotate down first before it did some little limbo maneuver. Okay, 2 turns. Does that mean? Oh yeah, 9 turn. I wasn't keeping count. Oh no, is it counting up? Is it counting up from then? Okay, I think it's counting up from then. I think we're still going to be pretty close to done now, but Marvel, this is your only legal good attack. So let's do this. Whoa, you don't have full accuracy. This is wild. But this is her only legal attack, so let's do this. Get this out of the way. The Don Cougar can definitely pull, can probably pull its weight here because of Aggressive Beast. We're 1 short, yeah. That's fine. Then, okay, you go back together. The Voltace can get close enough to hit that one in the back. Hit that Rigado. The Rigado in the rear guard. In my head, I've been thinking of it as like rear guard. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but... okay. How many more are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm just trying to think, is it worth it to use a Valor on this? Because I think we're going to need a Valor to kill it. Like, what if we don't do that? Like, what is there? We don't have extra movement on this team. Actually, we could snipe though. That's basically like extra movement. We could be here plus our post movement is 4, so 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we can hit that. Okay. Right? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, we can. Okay. So that's sorted there. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna go count this out. This is gonna take a lot of time, I think, to like try and figure this out. And I think we want to like cut down the video time a little bit. So let me go do some checking, and I'll be right back. Okay. I think I have a plan, and it is going to involve having the Voltace use a Valor if we have one. I actually did not check that part. Oh, we don't have a Valor, so that's fine. We'll see if the Bilbine can get over there. I literally did not check the last most important step of this. That's fine. Or not the most important, but I think we might be able to finish this turn if like all of our rolls go correctly. If we don't, I think we get to end enemy phase. I just don't know. Depending on the rolls, we might be risking some people's lives. Oh, we do have a Valor. We can use. Hold on. Was it Ciela? Oh, we don't have enough now though. Okay, which is also fine because we need to have a bullseye on her anyway. So never mind. Can the Bilbine get there? The Bilbine cannot. Okay, the Bilbine cannot actually do anything relevant, so we're just not going to bother. We'll move it in if we find that we need it, like after the fact. Oh, we need accuracy also. May as well bullseye then. Yeah, we'll move it in context based on what like is left on the map in the event that it's like one of these things. We just like sort of need to hope that either A, this kills, or B, they are interested in. Beautiful. Okay, we're good then. I think we're good. What is next? Was the Don Kukar involved? Maybe the Don. Oh, okay. No, this is fine. Yeah, this is gonna go to Ciela. Then this one is going to go to Asuka. Then ooh. We've got one. Hold on. Okay, maybe my plan's not as airtight as I thought it was. So this goes to Ciela. One of these goes here to Asuka. We could map attack here and getting both of these. That's not good enough. Yeah, never mind. That was not the plan. We can like pile driver this thing or whatever this is called. The beam ram. Yeah, we can beam ram one of these. We are gonna. I think one of the problems is we're going to need to. Oh no! Right. Yeah, so we're gonna try and roll on this map attack. The reinforced junior is gonna come up and beam ram this battleship, this pod. Then we're gonna try and the map attack these three and see whatever's left we can then bring these two up and deal with. We're sort of hoping like one of these goes down to it. Yeah. None of this is like I said. There's a lot of very tenuous bits to it. This is maybe overkill, but let's do it. I also don't remember what the beam ram is unless it's the like gun on the bottom. We just like extend out a laser without firing it and then just like shove it at them. The giant pill capsule. Yeah. Okay, right. That part I wasn't worried about. One of the troubles is that L does not have any accuracy changes. I didn't look if Bell did. I kind of recall Bell not having them. I think none of the fairies do. But that might be a thing we need to consider moving over here. Yeah, she does not. Yeah, I mean, we may as well fortune. But this is going to be the attack. Hopefully we hit any of this. But if not, we can clean. I think we can finish this up. Enemy phase. Never mind. That's pretty bad. Okay. We need a bullseye here. And we may as well fortune. Then this is good. One of these still goes to Asuka in the middle. That's fine. Oh, never mind. We're also getting still more things. Okay, we were never ending this turn then. Man, how this is wild how many enemies there are. This is the attack? Yeah. No, do not decouple. Have EXP. Nope, have bullseye, have EXP. The left side is going to look a little bit... this was also not the shakiest part. The left side is going to look the worst out of these. So we can split off here, and this is in range, but it's not very good accuracy, and we can't change this accuracy. Yeah, that's fine. That's to be expected. Then we can go... We can't line up another attack from here, so... we just go back to the Combattler from here. That's fine. Yeah, so we're definitely not ending this turn now because of all of those misses, but not the end of the world. I don't want to spend all of my energy because we need... Oh, this yo-yo does take energy. I don't know why I thought it didn't before. Never mind. That's me being bad. Yeah, let's just stand like squarely in the middle of them and see how many attacks we can absorb. Yeah, and just go like here and yo-yo. Yeah, okay. We need to wait though for a second because we are going to have. Oh, right. Actually, hold on. Sorry. We might not need to do any of this because Max might just be incredible. We can map attack here. So we're going to do that first. You get a Valor. Also, I did accidentally fire on a snipe with him, and it would be so much better if we had a focus here. That would be so much better if we had a focus here. What we got? Awful. Great. Okay, that feels pretty good. Right, I forgot. I forgot we were gonna try and do this. This was like the last part of the step that I figured out. Okay, yeah, let's try here first with Hayao. If you can hit 2 of them, I think we're okay. That's not the 2 that I meant, but I guess that's also fine. Again, no accuracy, but may as well. Yeah, there's that. Or alternatively, we go up here because these 2 still aren't dealt with. I think we actually need to do that because no, they can't actually land this turn. Okay, here. So I think Roy could go down to the bottom, but like Roy going down to the bottom for accuracy is also just as good going up here with accuracy, and these are closer and therefore theoretically more of a threat. But they're also weaker, so Hayao has like more of a chance of killing them. Where down here, I think we're going to need the like extra firepower. We're gonna use yeah. Roy, go down here. This one. We should have pretty close to perfect accuracy. He already has very high accuracy. He was like looking at 86s before. I guess it was 86s against the grunts though, where these are like more the elites. Nice. Yeah. Okay. That's good. Then we can have the Combattler come and clean this up. Oh, I didn't see this one in the water too. Okay, well, we super don't have enough then. For like so many reasons. But like we were gonna do this with the heavy arms again. Because we have like these twice. We also don't need to use the Valor this time. We can just use the Bullseye. And grab both of those. That seems good to me. And then we were gonna Valor this one to death. But there's also still one more. Okay, then let's do Hayao's attack now. To see if we need to send anybody else over to help him. We did that right. Okay, just making sure. I am definitely like fading fast. Hopefully there's not like a whole other wave after this. That's how they get me. They like just like wear you down. This feels good. The amount of stuff we have to spend, sick, incredible. This feels goodly pushed. More maps like this, please. I just have like grown accustomed to it not being like this, so I just don't. I am recording this at a time where I was sort of hoping I was going to get away with like a 45-minute video. I looked at the story briefing for it and went, that's a paragraph. This'll be fast. Gracious, was I wrong? Okay. You know, we might still have this part sorted. right? Because we can bullseye this to make sure. Then the getter has one it can target.
いただく
It probably can't. It probably can't kill it though, lacking a getter beam. Oh, we also just never mind. We needed the valor. Okay. Okay, then let's clean him up instead. We can attack here, and then move in the middle to form into getter 3 for the most defense. That seems good to me. We're gonna risk some stuff, but that's fine. That one's actually probably the riskiest. This is Hayato, so like surely he has actual accuracy. No. How is it worse? That's fine. This also saves Katra. We can move him back towards like center mass, and then maybe get him healed by Genrai. I don't know how close they are. It seems a bit doubtful this turn, but certainly next turn's a possibility. You squat up. Knowing that there's still one left. Nah. Let's be brave. Because we can block both of them if necessary, and we also have like shield defenses that can kick in. Yeah. Get blown up. Yeah, see, no, that was definitely correct. That was definitely correct. I mean, obviously because he died, but okay. It doesn't really matter where you go very much. Just like get to the middle. Who else is hurt? No, I just wanted you to like tell me where this was. This is the Katoru. The Katoru? What? No. These are... Oh, these are pilot names. Okay. This is Katra. Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, also that's a Ray, not a Nu. Sorry. A Ray. The Getter's also too far away to heal. Reinforced Junior. Okay, yeah, so she's healing nothing this turn. That's fine. Shinobu, you don't have another Excel, so that'll have to do. Oh man. It's gonna be another up till 6 night. I think we just like full send on this. They are not gonna do that much damage, and we'll probably get the shield defense would probably happen. Yes, just fire, doesn't matter what. Fire everything. Them staying in place is so good because those three we can finish next turn with a bullseye and a map attack. So actually, hold on, we should check what we are doing here. Oh, we don't have energy left for a map attack. Never mind. Yeah. Okay. Well, oh yeah, the ramming speed is really energy. It's like a real big energy hog. Okay. Oh. Why was that one so much better? Interesting. Okay. Also, I'm like, I was thinking of I was being silly with the defense. Oh no, that said 1 turn remaining. Okay. Okay. We should have been attacking defensively. Like we should have counterattacked with our defense with those ones. Because we were like, they already had 100% accuracy anyway. So that was silly of me not to do that. Yes. Was that, I think that was really counting down from the beginning. That did not give me a turn deadline until later into the game, and was still counting down from the beginning of the game. That's cool, game. Thank you. That's very, very reasonable of you. you're dead. You can get healed. You weren't getting close anyway. Okay. Can we see the enemies? Okay, it's just those three, thank goodness. Troa, you must have a post-movement attack. Delightful. Do you have... Yes, you still have accuracy left. Okay, I think we're just getting there. Holy. Nice, great, sure. Then we give one of these to Bright and one of these to Asuka. Payal's way too far away. Yeah, I think that's how it's gonna be. I think that's how it's gonna play. Oh, what? Well, I'll figure that out later. I can't. We can't do that right now. It'll come up at some point. Maybe we start. Maybe we start with that with Bright next mission. Oh, you don't have a bullseye left. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Okay, decouple. Right? We found how the coupling works. I just am not allowed to move out of the range. I wonder how we recouple, but we will burn that bridge some other time. Okay. This is our most accurate attack at 53. That's not much better. We gotta try. Okay, thank goodness. Thank goodness. That was tough.
フォールド突入10秒前。9、8、7、6、5、4、3、2、1、0。
ホールド突入。
了解。全艦フォールド突入。
Okay, this is the fold system, so I guess this is not actually a transformation. Sure. And then we lost 3,000 there. We made so much money. We made so much money. I mean, of course we did. Look how much stuff we shot. It looks like we are getting introduced to our Macross villains. These two, this is Buditai, and this is Exodor. Ekusedoru. Yeah, Exodor and Britai. Buditai. We're watching everything from orbit. So they are really surprised that the Advanced Vanguard got taken out. From what they knew about Earth, their tech looks like it is considerably underdeveloped by comparison, despite the fact that they also just won. So maybe that there's something more special to the Earth's fighting force, which does sort of like follow, like it's all the heroes gathered together. So like, of course it's going to feel more special than just like generic military team. Yeah, they must all talk like that. Yeah, so they're referring to people. They're referring to something about the Earth sphere as like the Myclones. I think I'm assuming it's a people group. And there's Zentradi. This alien race, it has the proverb that you oughtn't to go near Earth for fear of the Myclones. And they're starting to see why. They do have a they do have an eye on the Tronium engine, which I believe is what's being used in the R1. So, despite the fact that they've been told not to, they kind of are still probably going to go. They also talk in a way that maybe says they are not immediately like acting on the principles of like everyone from their species. They are we're maybe not seeing a like unified front in terms of the aliens. I dig and appreciate that. I feel like too often when we present alien species, we have them this like unified, not exactly a hive mind, but just like everyone's sole purpose is colonization, and everyone's like willing to act towards the exact same action, which is like not how people do, and I think that's like part of the idealized version of it. But it is a very unhuman story when we have just like everyone single-mindedly behaving, save but like one or two individuals. And like clearly these two people are maybe those one or two individuals in the example, but I get the feeling that maybe there's some like divergent groups. Maybe. I don't want to know, I want to find out. But that's my read on it so far. That was good. It was definitely long, but the defense objective was like, I feel like we were just very close to dying a couple of times because of how easily the enemies could push into it. And there was enough stuff that trying to get through the defenses, or try to keep them from getting to the defenses, like getting through, I guess, their defenses, to make sure people were in the right position, definitely felt like a good bit of planning. I think if I had done it a different way, now knowing that the battleship does not like end the map for us, I would have just waited for the battleship to come in a little bit closer first, so that everyone was like so deep into the enemy lines that they like did not get to do anything. Right? The Bilbine never did anything after that. After it got finished on the battleship. I think that was probably like the easiest way to clean that up and make that a little bit more safe. But I think we're gonna leave that off here. I've got a lot of money to spend. I'll figure out where I want to allocate that, and probably some parts too. At some point, but we are long overdue for this video to come to a close. So I will remind you all of my schedule, then we'll call it a day. This video should be coming out on Friday if you're watching it when it is premiering. So the next time you can see me is Sunday for some more W. Then on Monday, we're back to SD Gundam Regenerations Overworld. We are finally starting to like get some momentum in that game, though I do need to get just so much more cash to actually like fill out our squad. Then Wednesday will be another alpha episode. Thursday back to W, and on this up because we were watching this on Friday. Next Friday or if you are watching this on Friday, but you know what I mean. Then next Friday will be a Fantasy Bane Wars stream, and that's my week for this this upcoming future. This is also the last day that the up to episode 42 of Tekken Man Blade is going to be on the docket. I am seeing that we're not really like no one really wants to engage with the posts on what's the website called? Not Dropbox, not Facebook. Those are both wrong. Patreon. So clearly we need something else too. But I feel like we're having a harder time getting time on stream to talk about it. I'm not avoiding it. We're just like not getting time to. And like y'all know I'm a talker. Y'all know I have opinions. So we got to get that shared somewhere. If anyone has any other ideas of how you'd like to do that, like don't try to recommend what feels the best for me as a YouTuber. Like if you wanted to engage with it, like the commentary of it, how would you want to engage with it? Like, what would be the best way to do that? And with that said, this is the last week of that. So next week we'll be finishing Tekken Man Blade. We're gonna be doing 7 episodes instead of the normal 6 because there's just like one errant episode that's gonna be like lagging off at the end. So like let's just clean up. We'll just clean up the last week. We'll use the last week to clean up the last 7 episodes. Then we'll move on to season 2 after that. But that's me. Thank you all so much for watching. If you stuck to the end, I really appreciate you, especially. This has been a long one again. It'll probably get chopped down some from the time I'm looking at, but thank you. I appreciate you being here. But yeah, let me not keep you longer. Go take a walk, go get some water, go outside, touch some grass. I know I need to. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Make me the rest of your day. And I will see you all in the next one. Good night.